Hello, it's 9 o'clock. Welcome to the weather update, July 16, 2021. Absolutely brutal day. Temperatures in the 90s, high dew points, bad air quality. We pretty much had everything to deal with today. And despite the fact that I got my air conditioner on and I even closed the bathroom door, I can only get it down to about 74, 75 in here. Because this place needs another air conditioner, even though it's a one-bedroom, because it's a hot place here. I could go to the South Shore, where it felt a lot better. I'll admit it wasn't great there, but it felt a lot better. There was a breeze. We had some pretty clouds to look at as the sun was setting there, some cumulus clouds. But nothing really became, whoops, no, that's not what we need to look at there. But that's just a picture from, actually, it's not even my picture. Somebody sent it to me. But 83 degrees right now in Carl Place. Well, this might as well be Central Park already. Dew point 75. Pretty uncomfortable out there. If you go to the South Shore, it's a little better. 79. It's only marginally better by like maybe 5 degrees at most. Long Beach is 77 there. They got 77 at West Gilgo. But in the middle of the island, it's stifling because there's no breeze here at all. No breeze at all. Farmingdale still got 82. So it's bad when it's still above 80 at night. 81 at Islip. You got to go a little further out east to get some 70s. 77 at Kabreski Airport. Let's take a look and see what the high temperatures were today across the area. And 85 at Central Park. So again, we're not really that much different than Central Park here in the urban heat island that Mineola is. When you get these kind of air masses, Mineola is just a miserable place, and so is Jersey. So low 80s there too as well. So let's take a look at what our high temperatures were today, because I'm sure there are going to be plenty of 90s on the map. And sure enough, plenty of 90s on the map. Looks like Carl Place hit 93. Farmingdale hit 90, Islip hit 90, 88 at Shirley, 86 at West Hampton. So upper 80s to low 90s. Even on the South Shore, 89 in Wantaw. So you have to be right on the beach to really avoid getting close to 90. And it was still 82 or 83 at the beach. Even right on the beach, it was warm. You got to remember those water temperatures not as cold as they were. Water temperatures have risen to the low 70s now. So you can see these what the high temperatures were across the area. Let's look now at the city. Move toward Jersey. LaGuardia, obviously the hot spot there. 95 at LaGuardia, 90 at JFK, 90 in Central Park. Looks like Newark, no, that's Harrison. But Newark International got up to 97 again, close to 100 degrees there in Jersey. And you can see mid-90s in Jersey. So in Jersey, yeah, there you go. Toms River got up to 95. So very, very hot in Jersey. Again, and I mean, kind of hot on Long Island too, but Jersey, a few degrees hotter. South Shore, East End, a few degrees cooler. Just a brutal day across the area. Let's look at our satellite imagery here, and you'll see here just hazy skies. Like I said, we had some of those billowing cumulus clouds, but nothing much came of it. Let's extend the satellite loop a little more so you can see again all that smoke. Look at that smoke there. I'm going to pause that there for a moment when we get to that little frame as the sun sets. Look at all that smoke right there. See all that? That's smoke right there. That is all smoke. And you can see how it's being shaded by these cumulus clouds. That means the smoke is at the lower levels of the atmosphere. So this is all smoke that we're breathing in here from the fires. It's leading to very, very bad air quality across the area. And, of course, there aren't enough people really talking about it. Because then we'd have to mention climate change, especially our friends at News 12 South Shore. So there you go. So there's a good example of what we had to deal with today with our air mass. And yes, there were some thunderstorms. Let's now take a look at the radar. Let's see what we got going on right now across the area. Yes, we know that there is a flash flood watch in effect. I'll get to that momentarily. But let's first look at what's going on right now. Actually, it is an isolated, I guess there are some isolated showers. There's one, looks like right around, looks like Central Islip and Hauppauge. And then there's another one over Staten Island. And this is just because it's so warm and so humid out there. Anything can trigger it. And we were seeing maybe even the sea breeze is triggering these storms. I don't think there's any lightning with them. We'll look and we'll see if there's any lightning with these. But I think they're just showers. Yeah, there's no lightning strikes with these. They're just showers. But earlier on, there were some thunderstorms to the north and the west in Pennsylvania and lower in the Hudson Valley area, but nothing for us. But anyway, we do have a flash flood watch in effect. So let's go take a look at this flash flood watch for our area. This is Saturday afternoon through late Saturday night because of showers and thunderstorms expecting to hit the area with a slow-moving cold front, and because the ground is already pretty wet. And we would have been a lot hotter today if the ground was not wet. So be glad that we are getting the rain. We probably would have been closer to 100 if it wasn't for all the rain we've gotten. Because the ground, moist ground is much harder to heat up than dry ground. So we would have been a lot hotter, but we are going to have to watch for some flash flooding. Let's go to the Wonder Map now. We can look at some more observations across the area. As you can see, we're still in the mid-80s here in the middle of the island. Dealing with mid-80s, 84 in Hicksville, 83 in Carl. It's just brutal. You could really feel the difference. 83 in New Hyde Park, but if you're on the South Shore, Lynbrook looks like 81 or 82. It's really not a huge difference, but I don't know. It just felt a lot better in Lynbrook because there was a breeze at least. But not a huge difference here. You got that killer west wind, and if you really need a stronger sea breeze, you've got to go further out east away from New Jersey, because New Jersey is just, with that west wind off Jersey, it just envelops the whole western part of the island. You've got mid-70s out in Saltaire and Fire Island. That's a lot better than what we're dealing with, 75 in West Hampton. But you've got to go further out east to get that sea breeze. Let's take a look and see what it was like in Carl Place today. I get an idea of what it was like. So, still 83 at this hour after 9 o'clock. That's just horrible. 93, and this is when the air conditioner really struggles in here. When you get these warm nights. It got up to 93 points. They're reporting 93 degrees for a high. And you can see, look at these temperatures in the 90s most of the day until after 5 o'clock. And the dew points staying right in the mid-70s. You can see the wind did pick up. There was a sea breeze that tried to set up in the afternoon, but it was just, with Jersey giving off so much heat, it just couldn't do that much. It's like Jersey's like the giant boiler plate, and we're just too close to it. Let's go look at the South Shore here, and we'll go right on the South Shore here. Let's go right here. This is South Belmore. The station says South Belmore. It looks more like South Merrick. And you can see it's a little cooler there at 79.5. Let's see what they got up to. Not as hot for them. You can see a lot cooler because they had the sea breeze that kept the South Shore cooler. But that's right on the water on the South Shore. Like I said, if you go inland just a little bit, it's going to be warmer. So if you go to this station here, like Seaford, for instance, you'll see it'll be warmer. Let's see what they got up to. 90. See, so you go inland just a little bit. But we're still a little cooler than we were, though. I mean, the middle of the island, Mineola, is just a horrendous place to be when the weather's like this. And the only place that on Long Island that's worse is the North Shore. So if you look at Port Washington, let's see what Port Washington. They probably got to the mid. They were probably almost as high as Tom's River. I bet 95 probably was the high there. So let's see what it was there. 94.3. So yeah, just maybe a degree warmer than the Mineola area. It's still a brutal day. 90s, just a brutal day. And you couple that with the humidity, you couple that with the smoke, and it just makes it even worse. Let's go to North Patchogue here. And see, I'm sure he probably got up to 90 today. Still 78. You're still better off than me. You're still 5 degrees cooler than I am right now at Canaan Lake. Still 5 degrees cooler than I am, because this is the middle central Nassau is almost like an urban heat island. It's horrible when the weather's like this. So 78.1. Let's see, 89. Oh, you didn't make 90. It's literally just 1 degree shy of 90. He's a little more toward the South Shore and further east, and that helps him out from avoiding the kind of heat that we're dealing with. He says, "Oh, it'll be as hot." Trust me, you are, with your weather, you are a lot better off than I am in Mineola. It's still significantly hotter in Mineola than you are where you're at. Obviously, yeah, I know it's cooler on the South Shore, right on the South Shore over there. But where I'm at is just miserable. Let's go right on the water here to Bellport, and again, I just want to torture myself here. 77 there. And let's see. 80 was the high, though. It just got up to 80. That was it. So, again, that's the kind of weather you have when you're right at the beach. So, yeah, of course, you are much warmer than, say, Bellport Yacht Club. But on the other hand, you go into the middle part of the island, and it's a lot hotter. You know, and you can also look at, speaking of middle parts of the island, let's look and see what it was like in Ridge. Because even up here, it gets kind of hot. Let's see which one is the one I want to use. I think it's this one. Yeah. So you can see how much hotter it is there. It probably was in the 90s. Let's see what they got up to. 93.6. So, yeah, there you go. So, again, inland, it's hot. You can see, though, that there was a breeze that did wind up dropping the temperatures down a little bit. So now let's go and look at the hottest place that we can find, which is the area west of Toms River, where I'm sure it was absolutely just unbelievably bad. Deadly conditions over here. Oddly enough, it's cooler now, though. Well, at least it loses the heat at night more than here. Not by much, though, as you can see there. Let's see what they got up to. Yep, 95 degrees. It's about right. So, yeah, that's the kind of conditions you're dealing with the dew point in the mid-70s, making it feel like you're well over 100. Just oppressive conditions, and I'm wondering if JCP&L has had problems today. I haven't checked that they might have, considering the kind of heat that they're dealing with. So there you go. You got a sample of what conditions are like across the area today. Just a brutal, brutal day across our area. And now we go and we look at what we're going to be dealing with next. And we're going to be dealing with a very slow-moving cold front, which you can sort of see right here on this model right here. You can see the slow-moving cold front right here. And when we move this along here on the GFS, you'll see it slowly moves toward us. Tomorrow, we should have more of a southerly flow, so that'll mean cooler conditions. Shouldn't be as brutal, but then we're going to be dealing with the chance of showers and thunderstorms Saturday night into at least part of Sunday. And then this front kind of hangs up offshore a little bit. So we're going to be a little unsettled, but at least it will be cooler. And this is a better look. We see some cooler air trying to really come down into our area finally after suffering. And it looks like we're finally starting to see cold fronts come down again. Now, this is not going to necessarily fix the issues with the smoke, because the smoke is all the way up there. You know, we'll look at the MODIS satellite in a minute. But you can see that at least the worst of the heat at least will be behind us, at least for a little while, until that horrible ridge decides to come back. It would be nice if it doesn't come back till next year, but that is really wishful thinking. So let's go to the HRRR. And we have 28 hours of the HRRR, so that's a good amount of the HRRR. So let's go take a look at this right now. And you can see not really a lot of widespread shower and thunderstorm activity tonight, but tomorrow, as we get later in the afternoon and the evening, you're going to start seeing the storms develop north and west of the city and then slowly move toward our area as time goes on, as we get later into the day, later into the night on Saturday night. And there could be some severe weather with this, too. The severe weather, let's go to the Storm Prediction Center, because I believe they have put us in a risk for tomorrow. Yes, they have. So they've put us in a marginal risk for severe weather tomorrow. So I'll have to watch out for that tomorrow with that marginal risk for severe weather. All right? So this is as much as the HRRR I've got right now. We will look at the temperatures on the HRRR for a little bit here, so you can see what happens tomorrow night. We're probably going to be lucky to get down to the mid-70s. Tomorrow, you can see the heat over Jersey, but not so much over Long Island. Jersey, you're going to be just as hot as today, but for us, I think it's going to be a little cooler with that southerly flow, and temperatures generally in the 80s. Maybe the only North Shore of Nassau County areas would see 90. And then you can see the temperatures start to drop. Look at the dew points. We're still going to be humid. Humidity doesn't go anywhere. We're dealing with dew points in the mid-70s. So let me go to the NAM now, and we'll look at our precipitation chart here. And we'll see how the NAM handles these storms here. So you can see some isolated storms. It's mainly west of the city. It looks like, because, again, that sea breeze would help to keep, especially the contrast between the heat and the cooler conditions over Long Island would a tendency to cause these storms to weaken by the time they get here, but you can't just assume that. It's later in the evening that we're going to be dealing with some of these storms, probably a little more like 8, 9 o'clock is going to be more likely that we're going to see some of these thunderstorms. And some of them could be strong, some of them could even be severe, as you see here. Once that front moves through, We're going to be a little unsettled through Sunday until Monday, but I think it will be much cooler. So let's go to the GFS now, and we're going to look at the temperatures, and you'll see what I mean as this front moves through. So tomorrow, dealing with that heat in Jersey again. Jersey's going to be miserable. Mid to upper 90s in Jersey for Long Island. Probably around 90 North Shore. Upper 80s, middle of the island in Nassau County. South Shore probably low 80s and low to mid 80s in the eastern half of Suffolk. And then you can see, look at Sunday, a lot cooler. We're going to be only in the low 80s. And then, as you can see, look at that. We are dealing with cooler temperatures, although it does try to heat back up again on Tuesday, perhaps close to 90. I was hoping we wouldn't see that, but here's Wednesday, and we're not dealing with 90s on the island. Thursday, mid-80s, Friday. So it's a lot better, and I'm going to take this all the way out here and see if we see any other potentials for heat waves in the long range. And maybe toward the end of the month, things might heat up again. But this is the last 2 days of the run. And again, it's that far out. It's really highly unpredictable. So let's just take that with a grain of salt at this point. Let's go look at the dew points, because the humidity obviously has been an issue. And we're going to see that humidity slowly drop. Here's Sunday. You can see still kind of in the moist air here, the humid air. Dew point's a little low, but you can see drier air off to the north and the west. And then you see northwest winds on Monday. That's going to bring in some drier air. Some drier air. Dew points generally dropping into the mid-60s. And then mid-60s. And only doing dew points generally in the low to mid-60s. Won't be seeing any 70-degree dew points. It won't be super dry, but it'll be a lot more comfortable. And then Thursday, this is when the really nice air comes in, with dew points dropping into the 40s and 50s. So that looks like some nice weather. And then we have next weekend, the 24th and 25th, looks like we'll have some nice dry air in the picture. So it's going to be really nice. We will get dry air coming in finally after dealing with this endless humidity for so long. It is going to improve, fortunately. Now we'll go to the sky parameter here, and we'll see when we can get some clear skies again. Tomorrow we're going to have sunshine, and it's going to be hazy sunshine. You know the deal. But this front will come through. We're going to probably be dealing with some clouds Sunday. But we start losing the clouds Monday. Tuesday could be a sunny day. Then more clouds come in, and then we have looks like nicer weather coming in. So it looks like, and especially next weekend, maybe some clear skies. But again, we don't know with the smoke. There's so much smoke out there. We may still be dealing with the smoke. That's the thing. So that we may still be dealing with. And I'm gonna look at the NAM for the skies for tomorrow. Just to look at that. So again, you see that we're dealing with some clouds tomorrow, but I think there'll be a decent amount of sunshine like there was today. Sunday we'll be dealing with more in the way of clouds and perhaps some chances for showers. Again, with that low, it's going to be a little unsettled. Let me go to the NAM precipitation here. NAM 12. Just show you as we get into Sunday, you see that there's still slight chance of a shower, maybe just to the north and the west, but generally not really. So it looks fairly decent. So we just got to get through one more really really humid day, and then things are going to get better. This is very encouraging. Puts me in a better mood to see. Let's go to the CONUS view. I'm going to the GFS again, and we're going to look at the jet stream, show you why this is happening. So let's go ahead and look at that. So you can see a little bit of a trough coming through here. It's a very weak trough, but you can see the upper flow changes, and then we've got a little jet stream energy here that's going to help really bring in cooler, drier air from Canada with the northwest flow. So we're starting to see a little more of a return to the jet stream here. And we're unfortunately for the west, they're still going to be dealing with the ridge, but you can see the east, it gets a trough, and that is going to help bring in some cooler air. So that's very good. Get a break from sweating our you-know-what's off endlessly for day after day after day after day of this. Although it hasn't been record-breaking heat, it's been so persistent. It hasn't really changed all that much. So let's go to the MODIS satellite, and I'll show you. There's just lots and lots of smoke up here. So you can see all the smoke from these fires, and this is the issue. Even when we can get a cold front through, when this front comes through, we're going to be dealing with more smoke again. So, because look at all the smoke that's up here. All right, we have to hopefully get some air that's over here behind the smoke. But I think that right now these fires are still going here. You still have the fires out west, so You know, we may still be dealing with the smoke, even when we can get a front through. I don't really see the smoke really going anywhere, unfortunately. It would be nice if we could just get rid of it, but it's just, you can see it's all over the place there. So it's the fires are still going, and we can look at some models when it comes to smoke predictions. Actually, let me go to windy.com. This uses the European model for smoke predictions, which we can do here. Let's see, air quality. PM 2. I don't know if this is the one that I use. I think it was this one. I don't think it was Ventus Sky. I keep getting confused, but I think this is the one that really shows the air quality. So I'm going to tomorrow here. I'll focus on our area right here. So this uses the European model for air quality. So you can see we're still dealing with bad air quality here. Can see some better air quality off to the west. So I'm wondering if we can get into some of that better air quality maybe Sunday. This is as far out as it goes on Monday, and then Monday we're back in. Look at this. So we're going to be dealing with some smoke, and it really shows where the smoke is. And you can sort of see where the smoke is. You can also use Earth as well, earth-nullschool.net, and track the smoke too. Though again, the smoke forecast I think only goes out for a couple of days. I don't think it goes out too much further than that. It's very hard to predict. There's so many variables as to where the smoke will go, and of course, a lot of people not feeling well because of the bad air quality, including me. And again, you can see, look at this is carbon monoxide, very high levels of carbon monoxide over our area. And again, it's not just from the smoke, but from the combustion of fossil fuels, especially all those people driving those huge pickup trucks that don't need them. And look at this. So look at that. This is tomorrow. Look at how bad that gets. That's really bad. So tonight, we're going to have really bad air quality. I think it's a little better tomorrow. You can see that strong southerly flow might actually bring in some cleaner air over Suffolk County for tomorrow. But then we're right back into it again. And then this is, I'm going to keep going here. This is Sunday now. So you can still see this persisting. This is Monday. This is Tuesday. And then I have no data past that. So this is all carbon monoxide. Here we're looking at this isn't smoke. Again, does your local weather forecast do this? No. So now we'll go to particles and we'll do the PM 2.5, which is good to show you where the smoke is. All right, we'll see if we can at least get rid of this smoke here. Move this along here. It looks like we're going to be dealing with it. Here is Sunday, so yeah, we're still going to be dealing with Sunday and Monday. We need to get this air that's over here closer to us. And if we can do that, then we can get this smoke out of here maybe by later in the week. Things are going to get more comfortable with the smoke and the bad air quality. I don't see any improvement unless maybe tomorrow if we can get a southerly flow. It's very hard to predict. There's many variables, many variables. So let's go to the temperatures now, and let's use our Ventus Sky here and give you a closer look at what the temperatures are going to do tomorrow. And you can see that southerly flow right here. I like the animation with the winds. It kind of shows that things will be better on Long Island because we're going to have a south to southeasterly flow, which will help make things a little more comfortable as far as the temperatures go. But the dew point's still going to be high, as you know. But watch what happens Sunday. We drop the temperatures and we drop them into the low 80s. So it's a lot better once we get towards Sunday. A lot better. It'll be a lot more comfortable, although we're still going to be dealing with some humidity. Dew points, let's see what the dew points will be Sunday. We're still going to be dealing with dew points that are high on Sunday, but the temperatures won't be as high. This is, again, the HRRR that we're looking at here, the HRRR model. All right, next parameter that I want to look at, thunderstorms threat for tomorrow. This is the Cape. For Saturday here, we're looking at Cape levels, and they are high. So this is why we have the chance of strong to severe thunderstorms developing over us with these elevated Cape levels and possible, the frontal boundary coming close to the cold front, slow-moving cold front, and even a sea breeze boundary could set off some strong to possibly severe thunderstorms. So it would not surprise me to see a severe thunderstorm watch issued for tomorrow. So we'll have to keep our eye on that. Next, let's go to the Arctic ice news, which is not good. And I was looking for them to issue a new one, and they just did. So this is as of the 15th here of July. And you will see here that we have we are now at the bottom. We are below the 2012. So we are at the bottom, scraping the bottom. This blue line right here is going to go down and down and down. So we're losing a lot of ice, basically neck and neck as of July 13th. Arctic sea ice is tracking just below the 2012 record. So very bad news for the sea ice. This is what it looks like here, and all this, anything that's not bright white is thin ice. So anything that's bright white is probably going to melt. And there could be just a few little islands of ice left. If not, we have a blue ocean event this year. We're going to come close. I'm telling you, if we don't have a blue ocean event, we're going to come very close to one. And that's very alarming. But of course, some places censor that opinion, even though it is fact what's happening. You have a lot of, I said it in the other video, you have a lot of climate deniers out there, especially in the local media. I'm looking at you, News 12, that they just don't want to admit what's happening. So that's going to wrap up this weather update. At least the worst of it right now with the heat is over. We get a break. I don't know when we're going to get a break from the smoke, but at least we're going to get a break from the heat, and eventually a break from the humidity too. So things will get better, and you will be able to go back outside again without feeling like you're going to faint. That's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching.